What's going on, LEGO fans? And I'm back with a new video, and today I'm going to be showing you my newest modular building. And this is actually an old fishing store. This building has a lot of details, and I can't wait to show you guys. There's a lot of details to this building, but just to show you, this is actually a building which is on a blue base plate and is surrounded with water. And I've added so this would actually be lining up with the street, so I've added some brown bricks to cover, so then the water's not like running all over the place. And then I've added um, all these round cylinders to make it look more dock-like, and then you can see we've got a main stairway which goes to the front door. This building is actually really old, so there's a lot of corrosion and a lot of things breaking. It's not well maintained, so you can see a lot of broken bricks and different things as well. So I've used a lot of 1x2 white plates to show like brick-like, and then you can see a lot of detail. So you got the front door here, and then you've got a main display window over here with a jet ski, and then you've got the sign on this awning, and right behind that you've got two oars in a really nice tilted angle. So then here you can see a lot of vines and leaves growing, and you can see you can see all these plants and different types of, got lily pads over here and some plants and growing in the water, and you can just see different types of algae. You can see some more plants and vines all throughout the bottom, and you can see them throughout the back. Here you can see some broken down tile bricks, so you can see a lot of cracks in the foundation, and you can see some windows above the door, and you can see these really nice window pieces which I want to use. So you can see this small roof section with some more vines and leaves and weeds, and then you can see you got a top layer above that. You can see there's a window here, and you can see all this exposed stuff which has, with all these tilted tiles and bricks which have all come off. You can see some holes in the foundation. You can see some exposed studs, some parts of the tile which is cracking a little, some more vines, leaves. You can see those two window patterns which I've used again, and you can see some fans and some air conditioning units. You can see some more cracks in the walls and more vines. So there's a lot of details. You can see on this side over here, you can just see some more cracking, some more holes, and a lot of just miscellaneous stuff. You can see there's two windows above on the second floor, and you can see some more vines. On the top, you can see that roof. You can see all these broken down wood and different materials which have all like broken down, and you can just see them all like hanging, and you can see the vines and leaves on the roof as well. So now that we've taken a look at the exterior of this building, let's take a look at the interior. Okay, so let's take a look at the first floor. So in the first floor, this building is actually like a loft type of thing, so you got a small platform over here. And on the exterior, it mainly looks like two floors, but it's mainly like one floor with a small overhang over here. So I'm just going to show you this overhang quickly, and then we'll take a look at the main floor. So we've got a couple of buckets and bags. We got oxygen tank and a couple of walkie-talkies. We've got some flare guns over here, and we've got a couple of gas canisters and a drill. You've got a small sickle over here, and then you've got a crossbow, a hook, and some dynamite. On this side over here, we've got a one of those repairing type of canisters with the blowtorch, and then here we've got a utility vest, and then a couple of extra life vests. So this section over here can be removed, so I'm just gonna remove this right now, and then we can take a look at the first floor. So at the first floor, you can just see that as you walk your way into the store, you can see there's a couple of backpacks, and then you can see the cash register, and then behind that here is the main place where you have the life preservers, and then a couple of oars. You've got those spear guns which you'd use underwater, and then you got some ropes, some brooms, and then you've got some life preservers. Here we got a couple of buckets, so if you want to buy those to put your fish or whatever you catch. And then here, as you saw where the main display is, you got the jet ski, and then here you just got some clothing options. So you got some pants, a couple of tops, and you can see some more. You got another top over here, and this can just be removed, and you can just see those clothes again. You can see those couple of clothing options. Over here we got a couple of scuba flaps, and then you got some other clothing. So this is like clothing for like underwater, so you got a couple of clothings over here, and then here you've got some hats and like hair stuff. So we got a couple of hats which you could buy, and you just got a rack of those. You got some underneath there. It's pretty hard to see, but you can maybe get a look at that through the small light. Yeah, but that is basically the first floor of this building. So other than this small area over here, which also has some hats, so you got another hat, like a captain's hat, and then a hat with some headphones. So yeah, and then this just attaches right here, and then we could easily bring back this area right here. And then if you guys want to see how it looks with the second floor on, you can easily put this back on just like so, and it all just clips on. And the second floor actually comes in a different section, so you can just see how it attaches. It's just like a hole at the bottom, and then it just snaps on, and then that's how it looks with the second wall on. And then you got the two windows and a really nice overhang. So there's a lot of details with this building. It is a lot smaller, and I'd want to add a little more nature-y thing, like an abandoned old fishing store which hasn't been maintained. So that is what I try to do, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. Let me know if you want to see some more modular buildings, and if you want to, write in the comment section below. And remember to like and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you get notified when I post my next video.
Good cop, bad cop, he looking for me. Police in the rear, but they can't catch speed. I be with my ninjas, one red, one blue. Master spin, Jizzy, and my senseis, woo. City lights flashing, dashboard glow. Engine steady humming like a dojo flow. Shadow in the night, but my past stay true. Honor in my circle, that's the code we do.